Fasting is a big part of both of our weight control strategies, despite having very different metabolisms. In this video, we're going to go over what we do on a daily basis involving intermittent fasting and how you can take advantage of it. Also, whether you have a strong metabolism or, you have a stubborn one. All right, so I'll start. So I've been maintaining my weight now for quite a while. I was heavy at the beginning of our marriage, the first third of our marriage, most likely, I guess it would be. But once I got weight under control, I've been maintaining. And I started intermittent fasting, I would say maybe about 2 years ago, but I started pretty slow. I had a lot of the misconceptions that we have about, skipping meals and things like that at that time. And so I started with 12-hour fasting and then shortened my eating window to 14 hours to 16 hours. And also, I would just start with a couple of days a week. So that's perfectly great strategy for intermittent fasting. It worked out just fine for me. Yep. Now today, I will fast most every day at about 14 to 16 hours. And I'm not too particular about it because I'm just utilizing it on a typical basis as a maintenance type of a plan. If I do notice that I start to gain weight, I will increase my fasting window. And that's a lot of times all it takes for me to take the edge off. So what that would look like is, on a typical day, if I'm doing 16 hours of fasting, I would go from, let's say, 7 o'clock, we finish up dinner, and then about 11 a.m. I'd break my fast, usually with my salad, right, my lunchtime salad. If my weight starts to go up a little bit, then I will shorten my eating window, and so that's usually about 19 hours. I could go 20 hours, but you don't need to, there's nothing magical about 20 hours
so
overnight.
You push your lunch then a little into the early afternoon.
Yep. So yeah, I just push it a couple more hours into the afternoon, and it works wonderfully for me and doesn't make me feel anxious or out of control or overly hungry or anything like that.
Yeah. So I've been consciously doing intermittent fasting for a little over 3 years. 3 years ago, 3+ years ago, when I started on the ketogenic diet, and I lost 80 pounds in that 9 months, and I maintained 70 pounds of that weight loss. And I say consciously intermittent fasting because I was never a big breakfast eater.
No.
And that was usually because, I stayed up late. I was very tired in the morning. I got up just in time to get a shower and get out the door. I mean, I was not in very good health. And I had bad habits, to go along with that. So I would just run out the door and skip breakfast. Now that's not to say that on some occasions during the week I didn't swing to Burger King and get a croissant sandwich and some French toast sticks or something, which I did. But I typically now almost every day, well, I would say every day I'm fasting. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing. Well, except for Sunday. Sunday I make breakfast after we go hiking.
Yes.
So that's kind of a breakfast day.
That's a wonderful day.
It is a good day. Yeah. You don't have to do anything. I make breakfast. But I'm typically doing like a 16/8 on most days where I'm not eating breakfast and I wait until lunch, to have something, and then we have our dinner and we're finished with dinner by about 7 or so. There are some days when I do an OMAD, or a 1 meal a day, and I will go all day and just have that dinner meal. And I have done some alternate day fasting where I'm fasting for longer than that. We've done some recent tests where I need to be in ketosis because we wanted to test some things specifically with ketosis, and I've found that I need to kind of, if we're doing that on a Saturday morning, which we often do, Thursday night will be the last time I eat until after we do the test on Saturday morning. So that's like a 30 or 36 hour fast, but I don't do that. I mean, that's just kind of a special occasion. 16/8 is probably 80% of what I do.
Yeah, and so we have very different metabolisms. If you watched any of our videos, you've noticed that, or any of our testing videos. But we both utilize intermittent fasting. The difference is that you you have a shorter eating window than I do. And everyone finds their sweet spot, I think. And if you haven't tried intermittent fasting, I understand like the ideas that go through your head when you're starting and you're like really going without eating or going without breakfast. If you want, we have a guide that you can download. It will show you how to get started like I did with short steps.
Yeah, and I have something to throw in there.
Okay.
So you can do it like Becky did it, and like go one step at 12 and then go to 14 hours. This is much like the way she enters a swimming pool. One step at a time takes 5 minutes. Or you can do like me, just jump right in, get it over with, and make your body just do it. So I thought that was a good analogy, because
that is actually
I could wait in a swimming pool for you for half an hour to get in, because you're just like one step at a time.
It's cool. So two different people, and hey, we've been married for 27 years. Go figure.
How about that?
How about that? Hey, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are trying intermittent fasting. Give it a try. It's worth it. And thanks so much for watching another episode of Two Fit Ducks. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Love having you guys with us. Thanks. See you next time.
See ya.